Good afternoon, everyone. We are back again Wednesday with our Deaf Literacy class, English class, level 1. And today I'm continuing from where we left off last week, Wednesday. And I was so fortunate to get feedback from those that are online and with Sabriki, especially Sabriki, when you brought up the use of the A and the and that I taught before. And I think I need to continue there with Sabriki sinuses so that we will not have any misunderstanding about the use of A and an. Now, when I taught level 1 last time with the last group, we did not go into the exceptions to the rule to A and an. There are some exceptions, and because you all are really using your language, the English, they're trying to understand the English, and you're reading every day and you're seeing new words. You have questions, and I want to address your questions. So I decided that I need to do the exceptions to the use of A and an. Right? There are some exceptions. Now, I'm just going to the next slide. When the last time when I taught A and an, we had the rules concerning A, when I using A, and when I using an. I'm going to just bring them into capital common letters, A and an. And I talk about when I'm using A where the noun begins with a consonant. And we have in terms of the alphabet, the consonants. And the consonants are all the letters that are not vowels. So we start with B. Anytime a word begins with B, like in book, C, D, and just go in, I just write into the book. All right, not E, because E is a vowel. So that the an is where we have the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. Anytime the word begins with these vowels, you use an. But when it begins with, I'm just rubbing it off. I just don't want to use the words itself. When the word begins with a consonant, that is B, C, D, the E is here, and I left out the A, D, F, G, H, not the I, not the I, J, K, L, M, N, not the O, P, Q, and you're going Q, R. Sorry, I was just trying to do a shortcut there, but let me don't do that. Q, R, S, T, not the U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So all the letters in the alphabet that are not vowels, you use A. But if the word begins with a vowel, you use an. But there are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to this rule because this rule really depends on the sound, and because the people cannot hear, I did not bring it in now. But I said, as you ask the question, I'm going to bring it in. Now, based on the sound of the word, when we say the word, we have to use, there are different sounds for the consonants and there are different sounds for vowel sounds. Okay, and if the word has at the beginning a vowel sound, I'm just going to bring in some people who are coming on. If the word begins with a vowel sound, although it is spelled with a consonant, you have to use the an. And because the rule really depends on the sound, and I did not say that because I wanted you all to understand the concept of A and an, because the majority of words, when we write them, it will show a consonant at the beginning of the word or a vowel. You can see it. A deaf person can see the words. but they cannot hear. So I wanted to introduce the words that you can see. But there are some words you cannot, although it is spelled, example, the word, this word. That word, it begins with a consonant. But when you are saying the word, you get a vowel sound at the beginning. You see this word, this letter H? This letter H is silent. It is quiet. It doesn't make a sound. So when you are saying this word, you are already saying this part of the word. And it sounds like air. It says the same, it says the same thing. It pronounced the same way as this word. The air that you have on part of your body. So this word H-E-I-R says air. So you are hearing the E sound when you say it at the beginning. So because of that, you will write, when you are writing it, and this word, you will say an, air. And you will ask the question, but Sharon taught us that this is supposed to be a, and how she is writing an. And the reason why I'm writing an is because of how we pronounce the word. And there are some words, when you pronounce the words, the H is silent. The H doesn't make a sound. And you're hearing the vowel alone at the beginning. So I don't want you to be confused. Now, even this word, you may say, first time I'm seeing this word, what is this word? Right? This word means a person is a name of a person, right? It's a noun. It's a name of a person who inherits or gets something based on a family member dies or is entitled to certain things when someone dies. So if your mommy dies and you are one of the children, you are an heir. That means you are entitled to get something out of the estate or property belonging to your mother or your father. So this is the name of a person. So it is a noun. Right? So the word heir is a noun, it's the name of a person, it have a meaning. But as you pronounce it, it doesn't hear that H sound. Right? Because I will say a hat. Because when I say the word hat, I am hearing the H sound. So I'm drawing my hat. Right? So excuse my red. So I have a hat. Right? So when I say the word hat, I'm hearing the H sound. I'm hearing the sound here, H. But when I say the word air, which is this word, I am only hearing the sound from the E. Deaf people cannot hear when you speak. When someone speaks, you cannot hear that. So therefore, you will have to learn the exceptions. Some of the words, as you develop your vocabulary, you will have to learn the exception. And I'm going to show you the exceptions today. So, Bricky, you have a question? I see you putting up your hand. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it is hard for a deaf person who can hear the voice. Yes, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. And that is why we want to take our time to have you all learn slowly, right? Because a deaf person cannot hear. So therefore, what we will do as we go from level to level, we're going to, as the need arises, we're going to introduce these exceptions to the rules. So when I teach you a rule, I will bring the exceptions also, so you will learn words bit by bit. Okay? And I know you have to be patient, and it goes with whether you are deaf or even you're learning another language, because in Trinidad we have a lot of people now who are Venezuelans. They talk in Spanish, and they too have to learn all these rules and so on. It will be it will be challenging for both groups, because the Venezuelan, they can hear, I'm sure, right? But they will have problems with how they pronounce words, and even us learning Spanish too, because a lot of us will have to learn Spanish. So I just want you to be patient. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Just learn it as it goes, okay? And you will get through. You will get through, okay? So I said I needed to bring this up, and I hope you understand, because it's not that I'm teaching the wrong thing, it's that there are exceptions to the rules, okay? I brought in this one, and it have other words I can bring up. I don't want to bring up all of them, right, because you'll have to learn them also. So one of the word is air, and so in the next level, and I hope I could do it in level 2, those students that are in level 2, I didn't bring it up there as yet, but in level 3 as we go along, okay? All right, so those are the exception, and when we're doing the adjective this today, and we are continuing with the adjectives. All right, so all right, so go ahead and write on this, please. Go ahead and copy what is on the board, Sabriki. All right. You finish? Okay, no problem. So let's go on. So we have the adjectives again. I know we spend a little time on the adjective, but it is necessary. And I cannot do everything on the adjective, but I'm just doing the simple words. And today we are looking at adjectives, and this part we're looking at in terms of the sentences, and these are adjectives in sentences, and we're talking about sentences. And I want to show you another form of simple sentence where we have the order of words. We have an adjective, then you have a noun, so you have an adjective first, then you have a noun, then after the noun we could have another adjective. Excuse me, just had to close off this. And then I have another adjective. This is another type of sentence, simple sentence. Just a minute. And as I said before, adjectives or sentences must have, just get a different color. I'm going to put it in the same color. Adjective, noun, verb, and then I'm going to put at the end, adjective. And you will notice how even the exception to the rule can come in there, where you have to use a and an. So to the adjective, noun, verb, and the sentence ends with an adjective. Okay, so when we selected adjectives, and I'm seeing a lot of lovely sentences that you all gave me a little while ago for home lesson. So we can have the adjective blue. Blue is an adjective of color, and I might be looking at something and I will call we can have different blue things. We could have a blue shoes, and the word shoes, that is a noun. Blue shoes. Then after the noun, so this is the adjective, this is the noun. Next, what goes next? The verb. The blue shoes is, or if talking about more than one, so we say are. The blue shoes are, and we have an adjective, pretty. Now at the beginning here, remember the a and the an? Now it's more than one, so I have to put the. You have to use this word, the. So we have the blue shoes are pretty. And you will notice I use what I used, and I'm going to put my arrows in a different color away from the words and the sentences. So the adjective blue, the noun shoes, the verb are, and the next I have the adjective pretty. So the word order, I can put an adjective before a noun, and I spoke about that last week. So I have the blue shoes. So blue is an adjective. Shoes, and for noun, is the noun. Are is the verb. And at the end of my sentence, I'm telling you about this blue shoes, which is I use an adjective. It's pretty. The blue shoes are pretty. So this is another way of writing a sentence. Cheryl, what you have to say? I'm saying, Cheryl, you are signing. What you want to tell me? I'm not sure if Cheryl is talking to me or she's talking to someone. Cheryl, just make sure the camera is in front of it. I'm telling you what? That's all. All right, let me just change how my screen is so that I'll see her properly in a gallery view. All right, Cheryl, tell me what you're saying. Now, go ahead so I can see you a bit better. Yes, you said the what? Go. The shirt is blue. All right, that is another. The shirt is blue. But what I'm saying is that you can write the shirt is blue. Let me go to another slide. All right, so you want to say, I'm changing. Just give me 1 second to get this color back. All right, so Cheryl's sentence is the shirt is blue. But what I'm saying is before the word, in between here, before I write shirt, I can put an adjective there. So I'm putting my full stop at the end. So I can write the shirt, I could put another adjective instead of blue. I could put the large or the small shirt. So I'm putting an adjective based on size. The small shirt is blue. So what I just did between before the noun, before the noun shirt, this is a noun, N for noun. Before the word shirt, I put an adjective. And I end with an adjective also. Okay? All right, so I can put two adjectives in my sentence, and this here is the verb. So my order of sentence is what I just said. So we can make better sentences, and that is what we look at when we are writing, how we use words to express ourselves in English. So I am not only saying that the shirt is blue, I'm giving more information by saying the small shirt is blue, because it might have a number of shirts on the table or wherever. But I am identifying the one that is small, all right? And also I'm identifying it that it is blue. I'm telling you that that small shirt is blue. Okay, so this is one way of writing these sentences. So Briki, are you okay? I'm trying to look at your face to find out if you're understanding. So Briki, are you understanding? Yes, you're understanding? Okay, thanks. Like that. Okay, so if we're doing a practice, and I'm going to the next slide. If we are doing a practice, right? Remember the order of the words. We want to put an adjective. I'm just drawing the initial adjective plus noun plus verb plus adjective. ADJ is adjective. I'm just highlighting the verb. Every sentence must have a verb. Every sentence must have a verb. So if I giving you a practice now, and this is number 1, I'm giving you some of the answers. So I'm putting the thin, but you have to give me what is thin. The thin something is, and then you have to give me a second adjective to describe it. Or I can maybe even take out the adjectives and say, and I should have take out the adjectives so you can put it in. All right, let me just take out this adjective. So instead of giving you the, I'm going to just give you the something man. The something man is something. So what you have to give me an adjective here and an adjective here. So I want you to just focus on the adjective. The something man is something. So you're thinking about a man, all right? And I give you a little while ago the word thin. So I just write in the man, all right? And this is a man. And we could use an adjective to describe this man. Sorry about my drawing. It's not as nice as some other people who was drawing a little while ago. All right. make a big face so I can put our emotion. Right? Forget about the big head and whatever. We're talking about the head. So I can say the adjectives I could get from this man, I could get thin and I could get sad because I show that he is sad. So I'm looking at the picture and I'm taking out from that picture adjectives. Yes, Shabikri? Yes, I see your hand up. Yeah. Sabrika saying ugly and all. So that's another adjective. So we can say ugly. All right, and I'm sure Cheryl can give me another adjective. So we are taking these adjectives to put in a sentence. So we can say the ugly man. All right, give me a write the sentence for me. Tell me what you're gonna put in, how you're gonna put it. All right, go ahead, Sabriki or Cheryl. All right. I'm seeing. Sign that for me again. What you want to say? You want to give me another adjective? W-E-A. Weak. All right, you can say he's weak. That is another adjective to describe him. He's weak. You can say he's weak. All right, so that's another adjective. So these are right. But what I'm focusing on is that we are taking these adjectives and putting it in our sentence. So what we are saying is, right, trying to get a different color. And every time I'm going to get a color, this thing coming up. Take it out. Not allowed. Right. All right. So I'm going to say the weak man. I could even say the thin. I want to use the word thin. The thin man is ugly. So you will see in me using adjective, and this here, as you remember, is the noun, N for noun, and this is the verb. So the thin man is ugly. I want you to make a sentence for me. This is number 2. So number 2 sentence with the same man, the something man, using the other adjective, is something. So we taking the adjectives from the list that we made for the man. So we said the thin man is ugly. We can say something again using the same adjective. We then use the adjective weak and sad. So we can put those 2 adjectives in the same sentence. And watch what I'm doing. I'm putting the adjective goes before the noun. So I can say the sad man is weak. So I pull out the adjective from the noun and then I put it in a sentence. And I could use 2 of them. And I don't want to go on too much with this in terms of, because there are so many sentence structures you can make. So this is the second one we used from last. This is from last week. It was a different one. So this is number 2 we using. All right, where we had the adjective, the noun, the verb, the adjective. So this is how you make different types of sentences, simple ones. Okay, and we can get adjectives with even the exception to the rule that we use as I started the lesson with. All right, so it'd be this man again, and we talk about him being weak and whatever. We can say this man is, and I don't want it, and we can say that this man is honest, and we know the sign for honest, but we don't know how this word is sound. We can say this man is honest. He is honest. But when I say that word honest, I am hearing the O sound. I am hearing the O sound when I'm just trying to write. Let me write it over. Right? I am hearing the O sound. Honest. So this H is silent. So I am saying the word from here. So I cannot hear. And I'm telling you, deaf people would not know because they cannot hear when somebody say this word, honest. And honest, you cannot hear H. And we can say the word, this man, apart from being honest, we can say he is kind. As he thin and he weak and whatever, and he's sad. But he's a kind man. So I can say the, or I can say, let me just use the A and the an in this instance. So I can say an, I have to say an, I have to use an, then I'm going to use honest. And why am I saying an honest? This is an adjective because of honest begins with the sound of O. An honest man is kind. So I have my adjective kind and I have my adjective honest. But when I'm using honest, I put and, because honest is an adjective that can be, when you put, whether it is a noun or, I want you to see that this is a noun, but we are following the word honest. Honest is not a noun, but we are going to use it before the noun. And because it is used before the noun, we have to say an honest. An honest. An honest man is kind. So we have the adjective here. All right, and this is a verb here in the middle here. All right, so it came in with the exception to the rule where we had an adjective beginning with a consonant, but you have to say an. Okay, so I don't want you to get confused with that. Okay, all right, so let us give you some home lesson. Let's do some home lesson. And you are going to be making some sentences for me, right? So I will be giving you a list of adjectives. So let me give you some. And this these adjectives are giving you adjectives with the nouns. So you're making sentences. So these are the, we go in with this. We're having adjectives. Sorry. Make a little more space. Adjective. Noun. Sentence. So number 1. Okay. I have black and I have bad. But the noun is dog. I want you to make, so these two words, black and bad, is the adjective to describe the dog. But I want you to think about writing a sentences using all those words. I'm going to give you an example. All right, just let me get. So I have black and I have bad. And the noun is dog. So you are going to write a sentence using all those good adjectives in your sentence. Next one. I have beautiful, red. And my noun is dress. I want a sentence. Next one, number 3. I have, let's look at a big, sorry, I put in, big wooden. That means it is made out of wood, wooden. Desk. I want a sentence. And the sentences, remember the order of the words of the sentences. I want adjective plus noun plus verb. My gosh, what happened here? Just a minute. Right. Plus verb plus adjective. This is the order. So adjective, then the noun, then the verb, and finally the adjective. So you're following this order of the words to make your sentences. So that is your practice. So all you have to do is follow what I did. All right, follow what I did to get your sentences. Remember, you're using 2 adjectives in the sentence, right? And look at the order in which way you put in the adjectives, okay? So that is our class today. I hope you all enjoyed it and you understand the exception to the rule for a and an. And we made another type of sentence that we can use when we are writing, okay? So anybody have any questions before we close off? Cliff, Cheryl, Maniram, Sabriki, everything is fine with you today? Sabriki, have any questions? Good. She has none. She's fine. All right. So I want to say good afternoon. You want more homework lesson? You like to have some more home lesson? Well, no. There's a few sentences. Well, my dear, I can give you more. But only you alone asking me for more home lesson. I'm not. Yeah, Sabriki, you are the only one asking me for more home lesson. I did not get any feedback from Cheryl. And I know we have some people on YouTube that are looking on at us now. So what you can do, you can give me some more sentences. So I have 3 on the board. And Sabriki, challenge yourself. See if you could get 2 adjectives for a noun and give me about 5 or 6 sentences. If you can follow my trend, make a longer line and select some more adjectives and select some more adjectives and a noun for it and make sentences. Right? Right, Sabrika? I see. Yeah, she said yes. Right, so we have adjectives. Make sure you have more than one, and you have one noun, and then give me my sentence. Okay, so see you all tomorrow, please God. We are here back again, the Pioneers Life Center. We are back again tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Sorry, not 5, not 6, 5 o'clock. We are here at 5 o'clock tomorrow with our Bible study. And tune in to us for Bible study tomorrow, please God. And those people who finish your home lesson, I did not see Donna this evening, so I'll have to find out from her because she's getting some problems with the taking a picture for me and sending her work. If any of you all close to Donna or living close by, I don't know if you can also assist her. Anybody who can assist her to show her how to take out a picture. How to take out a picture when she finish her work, so she'll get her work corrected. Okay, so bye bye until tomorrow, please God.